Good evening, and welcome all to Savage AF. I will be your host today, Black Pedro. As you can see, no one is blacker than me. This is my real face, as I was given on the day I was born. The year? Okay, never mind. It's your boy, Black Pedro. Blackest show on the interweb, social media space, place. Savage AF is the name of the game, man. We talk politics, hot topics, and current events. And I don't give a fluff kind of style. The algorithm says don't curse too early. So it scares suburbanites. Listen, guys. Monday through Friday, 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. You can usually catch us live on YouTube and Facebook simultaneously. If you ever miss us live, that's on you, bruh. Got to put that on you, homie. But the YouTube channel is scrolling at the bottom of the screen. You see it. Follow. YouTube.com/C/SavageAF World, all one word. All our shows are archived there. But it's like an interactive experience. Click buttons. Subscribe, get notified, man. Leave your comments, rate the videos. This thing is interactive, man. Make sure you guys chime in on the comment section too here on this YouTube live. We get down. We're a whole community. That being said, some of you have been kicked out of the YouTube community. That's okay. Cheers. Life goes on. That's what Facebook is for. They don't care. When you see videos on Facebook, Savage A.F. Okay. Savage A.F. Okay. You need the dots. With dot makes it easier. It gets better once the tequila really starts to flow. Beyond YouTube and Facebook, listen, there's the only thing that's more important than all of that. And I mean more than my mother, my sister. Yeah, love you, but whatever. What have you done for me lately? I probably owe them both money. Instagram. For a comedian like myself or Shang, who will be my co-host coming in shortly. I believe he's around the corner getting drugs. If it comes up in court, it's already in the text. He said, "I'm near your house getting drugs." So the show may be down for a few weeks if that comes back to bite in the ass. But yeah, man. Instagram at Black Pedro, at Comedian Shang. I'm telling you, this is more important than air. Okay. On Threads as well, at Black Pedro, at Comedian Shang. Nowadays, listen, as a stand-up comedian, you can't finance a skateboard without at least 339,000 followers. They won't let you do a goddamn thing, man. You can ride a bike, good luck. Rollerblade, I'll give you one. Hope you're not left-footed. I see some of y'all gathering in the building right now. We got Lady Hazel, May, Gina Emerson. I appreciate y'all. I'm trying not to be on CP time anymore, right? Like I think I made a pledge a few weeks ago, something ago, where I was like, you know what? Let's when we say let's start at 3, we start at 3. And sometimes I'll just let the show run for 15 minutes without actually getting on camera. But whatever, we started. You know what I'm saying? Gina said, "How you doing? Ready for the rain?" Is it supposed to rain in Southern California? Tony lied to me. Oh, Jeannie, you was late. It's all good. We were just doing we. Trust me, guys. I'm not schizophrenic. Shang is supposed to be here, but I was doing the just the business, the daily business. And tell a friend, Gina. Sandy English. Tell a friend, Lady Hazel May. Tell a friend. Okay. LHM. I might just condense it because Lady Hazel May is just too much. And first of all, Lady is a title. Like, were you really touched on the ear by a queen or some shit? Or bequeathed on some shit? You might just be Hazel May, lady. But we love you either way. Thank you for being here. Listen. Savage AF. Forget your feelings, facts matter. Can I curse you? Oh, yeah, I can. Fuck your feelings, facts matter. That's really our motto. We try and be real here. We try and keep it like that. It is Tuesday, November 19th, 2024 in the time-space continuum. I'm just going to start the show, man. And Shane's supposed to, I think he's going to come through. He sent me a text that they just start without me and I'll be in like 5 minutes after. 7 minutes in. Fuck your feelings, facts matter. Okay, here's what it is, y'all. On a day like today, just going to let you know, I went through one of those things came up. Shout out to Every Day is Juneteenth. If you don't follow them on Instagram, if you're a like-minded individual such as myself, I highly suggest. Great content. But they had one of these posts where it was just like multiple swipes of, this kind of banter from different people, expositions, I should say. Everybody from right wingers, you pick any white person in right wing politics, conservative politics, and then even like a Kamala Harris or a Jim Clyburn from South Carolina, who opened the gates for Joe Biden in 2020. But yeah. All of them were espousing this whole ideology that America is not a racist country. Even Chicklet Tooth, Mushmouth, Tim Scott. The America's not Nikki Haley. They had everybody on there. Just these running clips that were like, is America racist? And all these people were like, no, America's not a racist country. Even Kamala Harris, who I voted for, totally wish was going to be our next president. But it did lead me to really like think about the question, you know what I mean? Because you see these people who are like, and I've heard it for too long. It's not like I'm really pondering this thing, but it's just like, I'd like to like formulate true thought around this, right? Because like, is America a racist country? Right? Some people want to make it a yes or no answer. I'm probably going to turn it into about a 35-minute speech. I don't know why. Because they let us. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the internet. But here's the thing, man. Is America racist? America's an idea, right? Around some borders around a plot of land that was established by Europeans in this way, right? So I think first and foremost, as a country at this point, America is a capitalist society, right? That's what this is. I see capitalism as the new monarchy, right? Which is a European transfer. That's why I said this is founded by Europeans. So they just did European stuff, right? In Europe, monarchies were the 1%, controlled all the resources, eventually starved people enough that they stormed the castles, Marie Antoinette got her head cut off by a guillotine in a public square, right? Because she was like, let them eat cake. Gina Emerson said, so Dr. Oz made the cut. Well, we'll see. But he's on the roster. Definitely at the tryout. But all these people have to be confirmed, probably will happen, but let's see. Oh Lord. Also, Queen Gina Marie, you're regal. Okay, well. Guess what happened to royalty in Europe? They got their heads chopped off, and a redistribution of wealth had to occur because the people rose up, and that was just white people on white. That's what we call white on white crime. Okay, just white people got hungry and stole back the land that the rich people had. So in America, the capitalists, the billionaires are the new monarchy, right? They're the ones with all the resources. Damani Jones, what up with you, man? 10 push-ups for being late, but it's all good. I'm throwing some jumping jacks. But in regards to the question, and I'm just saying this because it's come up in my timeline a bit lately, this question idea, and I'm seeing clips from both sides about is America racist? And I'm just stating, and I'm going to catch Damani Jones up to the class real quick, but I'm just stating that America is a capitalist society founded by Europeans. In Europe, the monarchy was the 1%, and now the billionaires in America are the 1%. In Europe, Marie Antoinette got her head chopped off. And in America, and that was just white on white crime in Europe. But in America, there is this element of race, right? Which is a product of this total system of capitalism. But he's in the green room, y'all. Here we go. We're gonna do a whole little. There he is.
Oh, man.
What's going on, Shane?
Got my sleeping pills.
Okay, oh man, I really thought it was gonna be more exciting than that. When you were like, "I got drugs," or "I'm going to get drugs around the corner from your house," I was really hoping you was at a trap house, dog.
No, it literally over around the corner from you.
That's a downer. All right, so I'm gonna catch you up, Shane, because I've done all the intro shit and blah blah blah. The question today is America a racist country? And because we have time, we can break it down way more than just a yes or no thing. Right?
By the way, Mike Estimate said, "What's up?"
Oh yeah, all day, bro. That's the homie, man. Can't wait to see.
Yeah, he got good and bad news and some about the special. Not bad news personally, but yeah.
Oh, I gotta holler at him then. Yeah. He said, so I've seen a lot of the question coming up in my social media feeds of is America a racist country? I've seen, I should say, this back and forth. I've seen both sides. For me, I just wanted to address it personally because I think it is more than a yes or no, and there are so many reasons why.
You're wrong. First off,
but what I was saying,
make sure. Yeah, there you go.
Oh, there you go. You locked in. But where I was is I was just explaining to all the folks out there. Thank y'all for listening. Is that America as a construct founded by Europeans has just been doing some European shit. So
wait a minute. What is European shit?
Well, like in Europe, back in the day, the monarchy were the 1%.
Right.
And they had all the shit. And there were these revolutions that happened, right? And for example, in France, Marie Antoinette got her head cut off in the square by a guillotine because she was like, let them eat cake. And they were like, fuck you, bitch. You know what I'm saying? Minimum wage. And now European countries are way more like socialistically constructed, economically at least, in terms of a distribution of wealth, right? But when I say that America was founded by Europeans in the current construct, they're just mimicking that. But now it's the billionaires, right?
Well, it's billionaires.
That's the monarchy.
Right.
And they are hoarding all of the resources,
Right.
and then
And they're hiding all of the resources. They're
I
trying to
think my
make sure that
computer might shut down because my shit just froze up. But as long as you can hear me, they're
I can hear
hoarding
you.
resources, and it you know, we're getting to that place. But what I was getting at as you were coming in is that there's this layer of race in America that makes it different, because in Europe those
What the hell? All right, look. Apparently, Pedro got jacked. But no, he'll finish his his point when he comes back. The point is this: for anybody to act like America's not racist, you are dumb as shit. Your whole family's dumb. You go to their house and there's nothing but dumb kids running around banging their heads against each other, and they're eating crayons and licking windows, and they're dumb. And if you go to your friends that are part of that family, they're dumb too. They smell. They don't bathe. Um, they're horrible human beings. Their teeth, not good. Um, they're pets. Their pets are usually ragged. So anybody on the feed that don't understand that America's racist as fuck, I'm talking about you and your family. Your whole family's this bunch of smelly, horrible human beings, and they got herpes. Most of them got herpes. Um, some kind of syphilis, some kind of form of syphilis. Um, I'm trying to think of some of the other things. They have venereal warts. There he is, I think. He has venereal warts, but not in their private parts. I'm talking about on their face. All their whole face is warded up. There he is. He's right there. Wait, what happened? There he is.
hey,
Yeah.
sorry,
Hey.
my
So
shit
you were
locked.
making yeah.
Restart. So
You were making a point, and then
yeah.
you did like this.
Uh, so so I
So
was
finish making your point. Yes.
just that the European revolutions that occurred were white on white crime. You know what I mean? We're like, white people got tired of white people. Okay. And we're
Right.
like, fuck this, we'll kill you, give us, and they redistributed the wealth. And yeah, there's still wealthy people and poor people in Europe, obviously, but in terms of resources and services, yeah, I think they've learned to be more socialist about that.
Well, I'd say to a point because there's still racism in Europe. It's just not. If you look at the
but those aren't Europeans, right? Like, I'm just saying, amongst themselves.
well, at the soccer games, they throwing bananas at black players, so they still got a lot
I'm
of.
not saying racism doesn't exist. I'm talking about classism and the way they work that out.
Levels of class, yeah.
Yeah, like classism, right? So then when we get to America and you've got Europeans just re-Europeaning, right? Then they have this layer of race, though, where there was an indigenous population and then enslaved Africans that were brought in. And so then how does the 1% or the new monarchy here keep poor white people, like in Europe, from revolting? Well, they give them targets. They give them.
It was him. It was him.
They give them black people. They give them immigrants, right?
Right.
And that. So, like, when we ask, is America a racist country?
Yeah.
For me, it's like, yes, but also just as this construct or mechanism within capitalism or classism to like keep really, really wealthy people wealthy, because that's how capitalism works, right? Like,
well,
capitalism requires poverty.
That's why I think want to get rid of the Department of Education and make sure you keep people as dumb as possible, and make sure that poor white folks look and always blame inadequacies and they won't take accountability, they point to black folks. So they say, even though you're a college educated black man, they want to be able to feel above you. So that's why they do that. And they go, well, you know, it wasn't you. It was Muhammad over there. It was Muhammad. It was the Muslims. It was you, Cloephus. It was you, Cloephus, and your whole family. And why you were when you fell out, I just want to know, everybody that don't know that, if you don't know that America's racist, you're dumb, your kids is dumb, all of them eat crayons and lick windows. All of them are silly little dumb, backbiting. But they bonk their head together because they're dumb.
But and again, I want to reinforce the notion that America is racist, but ultimately as this function of capitalistic classism, right? Like,
no.
I'm telling you, like
Pedro, it's more. It's deeper than that.
Talk about it, right? Damani Jones said, "Would there be prosperity as Americans if everyone was rich? We need someone to throw shit at to really feel like something. Beyond the feelings of it or whatever."
Your thing froze.
Okay, can you still hear me?
Yeah, but it went in and out.
I think we'll be okay. It'll catch up, I think. But either way, as long as you can still hear me, hang in there. But beyond the feelings of or whatever, Damani Jones, it's really about like the actuality that there are a limited amount of resources in terms of capital within capitalism, right? So I like to think of America as a pizza and the economy as a pizza, right? And let's say there's 10 slices and 10 people. And I take 9 slices. That means 9 people have to share 1 slice. Like, that's what's going on here, right? Like, there is no way that I can get as much pizza as I want and have the other 9 people.
But I don't think it's that.
I mean, it is. I mean, in terms of economics.
No, Pedro. It is not just the economics. It is their insecurities about us and also fear about us. Like, we're going to treat them like they treated us. It's insecurities that have nothing to do with money. It's the big black dick. It's the big black dick theory of men. It's that insecurity.
So there's literally a non-scientific assessment by Europeans that, like, Africans especially, but even Asians or anybody else, were lesser in like mentally inferior. So that allowed for this transatlantic intercontinental African enslavement, which drove a global economy for centuries. But in order to justify that morally, publicly, and logistically, like they needed to create this hierarchy, but it was all driving a global economic system. So money had a very much to do with
money but you don't think that more than money, you don't think it's their fear and their insecurities and their lack of accountability for their inadequacies that they need to feel above, not just financially, but just I have to be the bigger and better, the big dog in the yard.
Genetically, every European on this planet is 1 to 3% Neanderthal.
Right. I've seen that.
Yeah, and no Africans are. So they're just behind in terms of development. You know what I mean? That's just a genetic.
No, yeah, but
I mean that realistically, like there is something Neanderthal.
You sound really racist.
That's great. I'll take it on. But there is something like really, really Neanderthal like, you know, the white man's behavior.
Yeah.
I'm gonna jump out and try and jump back in. I don't know what's going
Yo, something's going on with Pedro's. I don't know what's going on with his thing, but it
on.
is
Sure, somebody's hacked me, or can you hear me?
his sound. I can, yeah, but it's just a black screen.
No, I get it. I see that.
And for some reason, like sometimes you're talking and then it kind of dips and then it comes back. But now we can't see you. And you were frozen too. But aside from, I think it's insecurities. I think, and the money is just an extension. I think that the being the person, the capitalism is part of it, but it's not all of it. I think the other is bigger. And for anybody out there,
I'm just saying they're tied together. Like there's like,
okay, yeah, they're tied together, but I don't think
they're-
one is more important than the other. No, it's even if they had all the money in the world, they still wouldn't want to shit on us because they're they basically want that power over us. I mean, who gives a fuck about what black people are doing? White people are always caring what we doing, even if it don't got shit to do with them. Even if it's like, okay, you don't think we're good enough, so we're gonna go build our own shit in Tulsa. You do your thing, I'll do my thing, and everything gonna be cool. We keep it moving, right? But yet they felt like these motherfuckers is doing good down there. We can't have that. There ain't nothing to do that affected them. There was nothing that affected them directly with us having our own black banks and black, locksmith and on and on and on. They had to bomb us. They had to come down and kill us all.
But that's because that's the 1% aiming poor white people at black people. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I'm gonna leave the studio and jump back in, and then we'll see what happens, dog.
Yeah, something's weird with your yeah. Pedro will be back, but something is going on with his screen. For some reason, he keeps freezing. Joe Wirtz, where's his face? I don't know. I don't know what happened with him. I don't know what's going on with Pedro, but his computer's not completing the sentence. Let's see what happened. There he is. There he is. Let's see. There you go.
Hey, all right.
Yeah, people were asking, "Where's your face?"
I just need to step outside for a minute.
Where's your face?
What up, though, Joe? We're back. I had some technical difficulties.
Difficulty. But no, I was saying you went out. I was saying that. Okay. You said that they're combined or they're connected.
And when we say they, for those who aren't just jumping in, maybe I'm saying that race and racism,
yeah,
white supremacy, white capitalism are tied and always have.
Yeah, they're tied, but I think that their lack of accountability, if you look at Trump never taking accountability, always doubling down, always saying some fuck shit. If you look at that, I think that's part of it. Just like with women. And I don't care if the women in the feed get attitude. Sometimes y'all got to need to take accountability for your bullshit. Let me tell you something, baby. You have to take accountability for the shit that you do, ladies. Yeah.
I think we don't want to argue gender and race
I think we should add gender in there. I think
that's going.
I think you know why I think we should add gender in there? Because if you look at the election, part of it was gender to the tune. I thought it was 54% to 60-some%, whatever it was, of white women that decided, yeah, the pussy grabber is the guy I want to rock with. So I blame them too. I blame them for that because even though it was 69%, 74% white men, 54 or 69% white women.
Are you sure those are national numbers? I think that might be a specific state because I thought it was more like 53%, 54% white women nationally. And
wait. What? No, it was 69%.
Let me see. Let me see.
It's 69%.
Hold on one sec. Now, let me take this down.
74%.
You take this down for a minute now.
Okay, let's rock with it. Look, other races 42%.
So it says 70 at the top. It says 74% of white men voted for Donald Trump.
Right.
More. I'd like to see what more is, because it could be like in such and such state or whatever. Like, because like these aren't the national numbers I remember. They were still predominantly what, like, unless this is updated from 2 weeks ago, but like I thought it was more like 54% white women.
I thought it was 54%, but it's saying 69%, black men 16%, black women 8%, Latino men, you punk motherfuckers. I want to throw paper towels at you, you stupid bitches. What's wrong with you? He about to deport your ass, you know, and you don't even live in Guatemala. You might look like you Guatemalan and they gonna kick your ass out. Dummies, dumb dummies. Latino women, you think they ain't gonna throw your ass out too? Adios. And I hope they do. Then you'll learn a valuable lesson. And the people that they said were one, did you hear this? I don't know if this is true. Do some research for me quickly on your phone. They said that he might not have won the popular vote.
No, he won it by like 2 million votes.
Well, they said that it's close. But he still won, and they ain't gonna take him out. They ain't gonna say, look, you can't be here no more. I just personally think, honestly, when you say that race and
capitalism
hand in hand, absolutely. I think that
racism, you know what I'm saying? White supremacy
for sure. But is America racist? Oh my, like super duper. And it's not as bad as it used to be. But when you look at Project 2025, there's a lot of shit they want to turn back that would directly affect black folks. And the motherfuckers want to turn back when it comes to not gender, but sexuality, because they don't want gay people being married.
Right.
They're like marriage by itself ain't fucked up enough. You don't want two dudes to be married? Let those motherfuckers get married. It ain't gonna be like happy days are here again for them.
Happy days.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? You know why? Because homosexual and lesbian marriages break up higher than regular marriages. Lesbians are more violent towards each other. It's just, they my rule. It's just what it is. So why do you give a fuck? Let them live their life. Long as they doing their thing, they paying taxes. That's what kills me with the immigrant shit. I know I'm going on a tangent. They pay into the fucking country. What are you talking about? They pay into the country. A lot of them work harder than white folks and black folks. Black folks don't want to go pick no motherfucking oranges. No. You don't want to do that. But they do, and they work hard. So why do you so mad at them?
Niggas in jail will be picking fruit.
Yeah, it is going to. They're gonna find somebody to pick those oranges. I like broccoli.
I'm seeing like most of the things I've checked have been like 52% of white women voted for Donald Trump. But overall, 54% of women voted for Kamala Harris. Black women being the most dominant force.
The highest.
92.
What about white men? But did you look? What about white men?
Let me see.
By the way, this is my Super Bowl ring for the Saints. Just want you guys to know, I went to the Super Bowl.
The Saints? What?
No. Their Saints didn't go to the Super Bowl. Detroit's going to the Super Bowl.
Bro, the Lions won again.
Huh?
So yeah, I'm getting 60% for white men voted for Donald Trump.
The highest. Aren't they the highest? According to the polls I looked at, they are the highest.
Yes, that is the largest percentage out of
The
the
largest percentage out of all of them. So what I'm saying to you is, this your fault. Now I know because my light's so bright down here, I look white, but I ain't white. But this your fault. If the shit goes even shittier than they doing right now with all of the horrible fucking choices they're making, and Hulk Hogan for the defense or whatever the fuck y'all stupid shit that Trump's doing, that's gonna be on y'all. And it kills me where they try to blame shit on immigrants, blame shit on black people, blame shit on Latinos. Who runs shit in America? White folks. So who fucked it up?
And so Compton's Finest asks a great
Compton.
He says, well, then why are all the poorest states in the most racist states, right? And that's what this is my point, right? So like,
nothing to do with money.
Actually, thank you for this question, Compton's Finest. What I'm saying is like, this is how poor white people end up voting against their best interest, because they're no longer focused on like this handful of white dudes that own everything, right? Instead, they've been told that niggas and Mexicans have stolen everything from them, and Asians and all this other shit, right? Like, have taken all of their jobs, right? So like, this is where racism and capitalism are totally walking hand in hand, is what I'm trying to say. It's just like, really rich white dudes can keep the majority of all white people poor as fuck by pointing them at black people,
right,
and immigrants.
Yeah, but you know what it is? Even if white people were rich, all more white people were rich, I still think they'd find some reason to blame shit on it, and that's because they won't take accountability. And I think some people don't take accountability, just like.
But we've never seen that. We've never seen that. We've never seen where a plurality of white people are actually rich, right? Like,
but a lot of them are doing better than us.
Most welfare recipients are
snow fleas,
are white. Yeah. So what I'm saying is like, don't compare them to us, compare them to themselves, right? Like, really rich white people keep telling these really poor white people, you could be rich one day if it wasn't for these niggers and these immigrants, right? That's how that's what Compton's Finest asked, why are the most racist states also the poorest? And that's
why
poor.
Also,
that's
also wait a minute.
The link is there.
But also, that's those for Compton's Finest, they're also the dumbest. And you got to think there's a lot of dumb in those states. If you look at the most illiterate state, Oklahoma is way down there. So if you're from Oklahoma, y'all are filled with just the dumbest motherfuckers. People keep walking in the doors that are closed and keep banging their head, and then they open the door and let it close again and bang their head again, and thinking that, oh, the door opened. No, it didn't. You're dumb. Why are the poorest states the most religious? Because they suckers.
You're just talking about education, like, I
mean, they're dumb and they suckers.
It really does. It dulls the mind, right? People are like, I'm gonna pray for this instead of like planning to solve the problem.
Yeah, all you people that believe in God, good luck with that. I know this sounds.
Religion is another function.
It's a whole different
that is used
they use. And have you ever seen the Book of Eli? It's called the Book of Eli. Denzel Washington is this blind martial arts murderer /
cat oil smuggler,
wild as shit. And there's Gary Goldman, great actor, by the way. If y'all see the movie,
Gary Oldman.
Oldman. Is it Oldman or Goldman? Oldman.
It's Oldman.
Oldman. They say the Bible, he says, it's just a book. And he goes, it's a weapon. Because he knew he could use it on the dumb people and say, but God told me to tell you to kill those niggas. And then you believe the shit. And Compton's Finest, if you want to feel really good about being black, go to white projects in Baltimore. Number one, I already feel good about being black, even in a world that don't want that. And I'm high yellow as fuck, but I still feel good about being black. And that's why my career is the piece of shit that it is, because I was so black, people were scared of me. And then they'd be like, "Oh, and he got on puka shells. He's doing too much." So trust me, I feel good about it. And I've been to like really poor parts of Virginia. Those motherfuckers is really, you know.
They trying.
And then here we go right here, and you can begin.
Says, you can. I think she means believe. You can believe in God and have a brain. I think
no, you can't. That's not true.
Yeah, I just as a mechanism, like don't take it on a micro level out there, everybody. There's micro and macro, right? But on a macro level, religion globally is actually used to control masses, right? Like literally everybody do this at the same: kneel, rise, pray, turn, sing. Right. You know what I mean? Like it just like literally.
How come I don't see you at church a lot?
I can't afford to go. Yeah. they be asking for too much. God,
a lot of times.
Than me, I'm like, God damn.
But if you look at religion, on a whole, it is used to make the masses follow you off the cliff.
Amen.
That's the truth.
No, for real. And that just made me realize that God is not a capitalist, because they're always just trying to collect money from the community.
You ever heard the Bill Hicks bill?
Communism to me.
Where the Ronald McDonald place keeps keeps asking for money. It's like, how big of a house does this fucking clown need? Like, it's like religious. If you look at religion, it's all a scam. And I know you people say you can believe in God and still be smart. No. If you're helping out a pastor that just caught a plane from one church to the next church, and it literally is a 15-minute drive, and then so then I don't want to hear shit from you. Tell them the toilet thing is fucked up.
Look at Treehead right here. Damn, shit got deep. She said, "My son's barber in Seattle cussed me out and blocked me for calling the Bible a weapon." All right.
Well, you know what? Then forgive me. It's the old joke. Then forgive me. Isn't that what y'all do? Ain't y'all supposed to be forgiving? Y'all so full of shit. The worst people I've ever met. And I've been to church. My grandmother owned a church. I've been to church. And guess what? Some of the worst people I met, guess where they were? Church. Oh. Guess who talks the most shit about other people? Church people. So don't give me that shit. But when it comes to race, Malcolm X said it. He said that some of the most segregated times in the world is
high noon on Sunday.
Exactly. I don't know if y'all don't.
He said the most segregated hour in
America. So
Constance Finance says the best-selling book by King James was about witchcraft and sorcery, not the Bible. It was called Demonology. I'll have to look that up. I never heard that.
No, by the way, good read. especially the part where you can make your ex head turn into a claw. Just straight her head turn into.
Sandy English says the church is or should be inside you. Tell that to altar boys in the Catholic. Okay, that's too soon. It's happening right now.
Yeah, it should be inside. I can tell you what need to be inside you. That's the last thing you want to say.
The church done been up in everything it don't need to be in. So
if you look at that situation, I was talking to a friend of mine who's gay. He's gay, mm-hmm. Super gay, and he said that the gays are racist against the gays. The white gays.
Racism is everywhere, though.
Everywhere. So it's in America, from the top of America to the bottom of America. You could be the top CEO of a black company that's worth $1 billion, and there'll be another company that don't make as much as you will look down on you. Like, oh yeah, you only did $1.5 billion profit last week. We only made 300,000, but we're better than you. I mean, you think Bezos don't? Come on. You don't think he looks down on people?
Treehead said nothing more racist than a gay white boy. I mean, that, again, these aren't going to be
why. Okay, Treehead, stop talking.
Labels that we apply, but I understand. Like, if there's like white supremacy exists in all levels and aspects of America. You know
Okay, well, no, okay, I'm gonna test you right now. You ever had a cupcake?
Yeah,
Okay, you went to the place where they sell a cupcake?
I did.
Yeah, were the people there treated you bad and racist when you were trying to buy that cupcake?
No, I never had that.
You ain't never been to a racist cupcake place?
Not yet.
Not yet.
They didn't advertise as that.
Yeah, well, you got time. I was in line. I know y'all were like, "Where am I going with this?"
I was like,
It's like, the fuck
yeah,
you going?
I was playing along at first, and I was like, "Wait, what are we doing?"
Well, I think he's
We
serious.
didn't rehearse this. So I was
He
like,
didn't rehearse the shit. What happened is I was going to the cupcake place. They said it was really the best cupcakes and all cupcake places. It's the best cupcake ever. So
uh-huh.
I'm waiting in line to get my cupcake, and somebody cut in front of me. I had to check them. I'm like, "Yo, I'm waiting for my goddamn cupcake. You need to get back behind me." And instead of them going after them, they were like, "Whoa, you're in the wrong line. These are the nigger cupcakes." And so I had to go back outside, go back to the back of the place, and they opened a little window and they served me the cupcake through the window.
It fell out the chimney chute.
Yeah. So I'm like, this is horrible. Why would you treat me this way? And my cupcake cost $17, and in the front, the cupcakes were
they were cupcakes for free. God damn it!
Did you ever see a movie? What was the movie? Life. He said, "Well, how much money would it take to turn those white pies into nigger pies?" Nobody's seen that movie. Okay, nobody's seen Life. That
I've only seen it like twice, and
it's so good.
To watch so many more times because I don't have all the quotes from the. I'll admit that.
Oh man, he said,
I don't know if that
Eddie was like
lowers my black credit or whatever.
No,
you're black. I got a lot of. I'm steeped in the culture, but
you got to watch Eddie. Eddie
before
Eddie says so much funny shit in this. I mean, don't get me wrong, Martin's funny.
Room. I mean, I know what the boom boom room is.
No, yeah, but I'm talking about
where he eat your cornbread. You know what I'm saying?
Where they asked for some pie. He goes, "Okay, look here. How much money would it take to turn these white pies into nigger pies?"
Did Eddie say that?
Eddie said that.
I see with pies with that. I just remember Martin snatching the pie off.
No, that's a whole where he flipped out and said, "I want pie."
Yeah,
and when he said that, when he got robbed by his daddy watch. He said, if you see a bitch with no teeth here, Mr. Nice friend. He was so funny. He had so many funny things in this. There's too many. And then Martin was funny. And then Bernie Mac, rest in peace, was fun. Like, there were so many funny people in the movie. By the way, this is for all you people that have not watched the classic. The movie's called Life. It's with Eddie Murphy, Martin Lawrence,
Bernie Mac.
There's so many comics in it.
King Woodbine. When they were like, "That's my baby boss."
See, but you haven't seen it in a while. You gotta check it.
I'm the father, boss.
I bet you watch that again. Put it this way: I've watched Eddie Murphy movies where it's an old movie, old reference, whatever, that is still as funny as comedies I watched today. I'm talking about like 2024 comedies I watched on Netflix thinking, okay, now Eddie fell off recently, but I'm talking about his old classic shit. And when I think about, since we're going to tie it back to race, I got faith in America for a second when I saw how big Eddie got, because I thought he was a rock star and was white people, the black people loved him, everybody loved him. No, boss, it's the Ozdapop.
That was Bernie Mac, right?
Bernie Mac. I just like. Do you think it's tied into comedy as deep as I think it is?
What?
Racism.
Oh yeah, I mean, right? Like, there's Irish jokes and dumb Swede jokes. And
no, I'm not talking about the joke part.
Nigga jokes. Like, what do you mean?
Not the joke part. The other side, the business side.
The business.
You don't think so?
I've already told this story that I didn't book a Comedy Central stand-up show because they already had a black guy. Like my manager told me, she was like, and my manager was white at the time. Like she was like, yeah, they love you, but they already have a black guy, so blah blah blah. And
What does that make you think? What did you think?
I haven't watched Comedy Central since.
Oh, it just made you turn off the Comedy Central?
Yeah, I have not turned my TV towards, or any TV in the room that I've been in, towards Comedy Central since that day.
Well, damn.
We never watched that channel.
It just made you turned you off completely.
Like
I see. I feel bad because I've done Comedy Central.
It was like the the last straw for me, because I'd been through a couple other things with them, but yeah, it was just like you know what. and then shortly after that, they got into that, like, what do they call it? The alt comedy.
Yeah, people with flannel.
You know what the alternate to comedy is? Tragedy. And that's what it was. Like,
yeah, bunch of
tragically unfunny motherfuckers.
Bunch of snow fleas in like flannel shirts. They get that funny.
Doing whale impressions. I'm like,
yeah, this is a whale. You know.
All right, man. But I do need to move. I gotta.
Wow. We just got a whole. I don't know what that is.
5. Oh Lord. Do we want to go into it? Let's see what this is.
No, I'm not. No, we're not going to.
All right. So,
and then YT still. What is the beef with you and Pedro, YT? What is going on? I know the beef with you and me because
it's a troll, and it's like it's there's a short list. It's one of like 2, maybe 3 people. I think we know.
You know what it is. It's okay.
Based on some of the behavior, I'm pretty. I have a guess on who it probably is, but the reality is just like, shut up.
Yeah. Shut up.
Yeah, like,
shut up. No, I'm gonna tell you right now. I think people are gonna see how much America is deep into the big R.
Our word.
The next 2 years. You want to bet that the next 2 years is going to show you all of it? Now, wait a minute. What were the 2 black coontastic ass dudes that ran for that were helping Trump and saying all this stuff, and none of them got picked for none of the cabinet things yet? They're going to probably get urban housing.
Scott.
Yeah. What Big Gum?
Secretary of Dentistry. And
then what's the other one from New York?
New York?
Yeah, isn't he from New York?
You talking about the nigga who got a Lego helmet head?
Yeah, the snap-on hair. The snap-on hair.
Yeah, he's Byron Donald.
Yeah. Never
trust a man with 2 first names. He's from Florida. Surprise.
No, I think he's from New York.
But bro, he's from Florida.
He's from Florida?
Yeah, I got you on this one.
All right. Somebody in the feed look that up. All I know is that I ain't seen none of the top cabinet picks. None. 0. None have been either one of those dudes. They you know what I'm saying, why haven't he picked them? They out there selling their soul, tap dancing, juggling watermelons, ham boning simultaneously, and none of them got picked. Not one of them. Why is that? Because he was showing you. Thank you.
Speaking of ham boning, YT Johnson, who does it incessantly on this show, says, "Is this a comedy show? Let's laugh." Never once have I ever introduced this as a comedy show. We are comedians. We do comedy.
We said comedic things.
We say things funny, but I've always said this is Savage AF. Fuck your feelings. Facts matter. We talk politics, hot topics, and current events in an I don't give a fuck kind of style. That's why I'm telling you, stop coming in here with this Def Comedy Jam roast battle dumb shit. That's not what we do here. And I'm actually being serious about that, YT Johnson. Like, you're wasting space, dog, and life and knuckle motion on the keyboard doing that, dog. Like, that's not like, no, we're not actually here to like go back and forth with you about how your forehead looks like hippopotamus pussy or whatever. Like, that's not what niggas are really trying to do. Like,
Yeah,
and we're not always serious.
not
But
always serious
like,
because Treehead.
like this,
I'm sorry,
this
Treehead.
mumbo bullshit you type in here is just stupid. Treehead says Dr. Oz was picked for Medicare and Medicaid. Laughing my fucking.
I mean, the same as RFK. RFK, no scientific background, none of that, and he picked to run science. Like, why don't you just? My thing with people like that, Pedro, is if you don't think that it works, the medical profession's a scam stuff, don't go to the doctor. If you get in a car accident, just walk it off. Walk home.
Yeah, pray.
Go home. Pray on it. And if you bleeding out your ass and your ass is bleeding a lot because you just got hit by a truck,
That sounds
just
rough.
you know what I'm saying? Patch it up, but just hold it in.
Walk it off. That's what they used to tell us in the 80s. Man, Savage AF, fuck your feelings, facts matter.
I don't know. Pedro made me feel a little. Oh my God. No, not at all. Listen, I know you gotta bounce, but I'm gonna tell you right now, everybody in the feed, if you do me a favor, I'll do you a favor. One, we rock out this show for you. So make sure you subscribe to the channel. I know it was already said. Subscribe to the channel. Make sure you give us thumbs up. Follow, share, do all of that because we need you to do that so we can keep growing the channel. That's number one. Number two, myself and Black Pedro will be doing comedy in San Diego, California, which means a whale's vagina.
Stay classy.
Stay classy. We will be there December 7th. It's only a 4-man show. We'll have a host from local host at a place called Mic Drop Comedy Club. Mic Drop Comedy Club. It's in the Gold Room. December 7th, 7:30 show. It's on a Saturday. Tell your friends to get tickets. It will sell out. So make sure we get the tickets popping right now. Okay.
By the way, we are that picture represents the 4 finalists on America's Got Black Talent.
Right.
And
by the way, and Pedro will be singing the lead in the song "Candy Girl,"
featuring the Denim Boys.
I'll be doing a lot of this. Yeah, that song was horrible. It was horrible then.
No, it was what? New Edition, bro. You can't Shane. You can't do that.
Yeah, I just did.
Down New Edition.
New Edition was god awful.
The telephone man.
They were god awful. Yeah,
they were god. What are you talking about?
Are you serious? Or are you joking?
Are you serious, bro? I'll skip work today. I'll call out sick.
No,
I gotta go. But God,
you gotta go. But I'm gonna tell you right now,
what?
we will pick this up.
Wait, I just need the people to know that Shane said we're gonna pick this would be number 1 topic tomorrow. You said New Edition.
I'm not joking at all.
Okay.
What?
All right. No, we're gonna pick this up tomorrow, man.
They were awful.
All right. No, we're gonna talk about it. Savage AF. Fuck your feelings, facts matter. Black Pedro, comedian Shane. Hey, we'll be back tomorrow, dog. 3 p.m. Pacific.
You really paused. You really went. Wait. You took your drink and went. Hold on. What? Yeah.
Again, we did not rehearse that bit, so I'm like, is this what's the punchline?
Because you didn't know where I was going with the cupcake.
Yeah.
What the hell? What are you talking about with the cupcake? No, I just tried to tie in racism with the cupcake.
No, I get you, man. But listen, we'll be back tomorrow. Savage AF, fuck your feelings, facts matter. If you voted for Trump and you are white, you are racist.